Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Huzaifi bin NASIR and I am from BA2423C. Now our group will be presenting about the COVID-19 cases and vaccination progress in Klang Valley by using this Tableau. All this data was collected on COVIDNOW website, which is the official website for COVID-19 news in Malaysia that made by Malaysia government. So as you can see here, this is the COVID-19 cases in Klang Valley from March 2021 until August 2021. So I'm using the area chart for the state of Klang Valley. Why I'm choosing this chart? Because it is easier to compare than the other chart, and I'm using the line chart for some of all the state in Klang Valley, which is Selangor, orange one, Kuala Lumpur, the red one, and the last one was Putrajaya with the turquoise color. So you can see here the data that collected on the COVIDNOW website was very detailed because it was a daily data that from 1st March until 31 August. So I have summarized that to monthly data, which is easier to compare than the daily data. As you can see here, the total cases in Klang Valley was 646,648 cases. It was a high value of cases happened in Klang Valley. As you can see here, the cases was increased monthly by monthly. And the minimum cases was 90,112 on the March, and the maximum cases was on the August, which is 248,170. So it was a high value maximum, and the median is 75,406.50, and for the standard deviation is 69,466. As you can see here, Selangor is a higher value of COVID-19 cases than the Kuala Lumpur, and followed by Putrajaya, which is the lowest cases in Klang Valley. The COVID-19 cases were increased by monthly until August 31. And let's go to the COVID-19 death in Klang Valley. As you can see here, I'm also using the same color as first sheet and the same method, which is area chart for this data, because it is easy. And as you can see here, the data, and I have summarized that to monthly also. As you can see here, the COVID-19 death in Klang Valley also increased by monthly. The total cases death in Klang Valley was 10,611. It was about 10% from the COVID-19 cases in Klang Valley. So the minimum death in Klang Valley was on the March, which is 55 cases, and the maximum case was on the July, which is 4,553 cases of death. So it was really bad to our country. So the same as the COVID-19 cases, Selangor with a higher value, and followed by Kuala Lumpur, and the last one was Putrajaya. Putrajaya was the lowest. As you can see in the data, it's not pop up because it is a really small data, as you can see here. And let's go to the death by vaccination status in Klang Valley using the 7-day average. So you can see here, I'm using a red color for unvaccinated, and the yellow color for partially vaccinated, and the green color for fully vaccinated. So the data also detailed from 1st March until 31 August, as you can see here. And I also summarize it to the monthly. So the death by vaccination status was increased months by months, as you can see on the chart, the total death was 10,431 and the average was 579.5 and the minimum cases was 0. The 0 cases was on 1st March, I think, and the maximum cases was 2,836, which is on the August, we can see here, and the median is 74.5 and the standard deviation was 910. So you can see here the fully vaccinated was the lowest case of death and followed by the partially vaccinated, and the highest one was by unvaccinated people. So based on this chart, you can see that vaccine is really important to improve our herd immunity to cure the COVID-19 infection. So we have to take our vaccine. So the last one is the vaccination progress in Klang Valley. I also using an area chart for this data. As you can see here, the yellow one for partially vaccinated and the green one for fully vaccinated. The data from 1st March until 31 August. So I also summarized this to the monthly chart. As you can see here, the total people that vaccinated in Klang Valley was 12,697,277. So it was a huge population that people has been vaccinated in Klang Valley, and it was a good news for this state to cure the coronavirus spreading. As you can see here, the average for people that take a vaccination in Klang Valley was 1,058,106, and this is for the minimum, this for maximum, and this is median, and the last one was standard deviation. So as you can see here, the people that take a vaccination was increased by monthly. It was a good news. So that's all from me behalf of my group. Thank you for listening our presentation. Thank you to our lecturer for teaching us using this Tableau. It was a good knowledge for us because this is a new thing to discover, and it was a really good software for doing an analytic data. So thank you so much. Goodbye. See you.